Hey Juan, this is Adrian Gomez. Thanks for sending these in. Appreciate it. Looking at this back leg, a little bit of a different angle right here. I like to be kind of directly in front, but it looks like he's pretty good at squatting in there. He's doing a good job of squatting. It's around 110. I'd like it to be below 110. But I think he could get even more squat into it. So I think that could be an issue. Let's look at that front side. So definitely something that he can improve on as far as staying a little bit lower. Right now he is around 90 degrees with his legs at foot plan, and what that means is he's putting that foot down. Let's see here. And 2. So he went up about another 10 degrees at foot plan. That's pretty good. What I like is his front knees coming back. That's something that we teach, and he's already doing it, which is awesome. So that's not anything that we have to worry about. But we do need to worry about him getting longer. So he can push for a longer period of time, but he puts his foot down way too early. So that's an issue. He could get wider, double angle, and front leg. Let's look at his front leg planning right here. Yeah, it's pretty good. So front knee is not an issue either. I like that a lot. So as far as anything, it's just squatting out of the back leg and the double angle at foot strike. So as far as lower body weakness, so looks pretty clean there. Looking at launch, you can see it right around here. I'm having a hard time telling it, but what we want to have happen is that this ball is released well past that front foot. So that's going to be something I want him to work on. I can't really tell where that ball release is, which makes it a little bit difficult. Looking at stacking, he is going really far forward. You can see where he is here, and then he's got to rotate his head really far to get that ball through. So what I'd like to have happen is, instead of going forward where his head's in front of his body, I'd like him to come up a little bit, maybe in this position, to minimize the amount of head movement, and then from there he is able to get into that head rotation, because we're worried about axis rotation. So if his axis is changing a lot, it's going to be harder to rotate around. So we got to make sure his head is on target as much as possible. So right here, I find something pretty peculiar with his arm. He's pinching really low, and you can see his elbow. Let's see here, right here. It's his elbow should be connected off of both of these shoulders to here, and you can see his elbow is down here. So what needs to happen is his elbow needs to be pinched and loaded into there. So this is what we call a low elbow, but on the website you'll see it'll be called a high elbow, but he has a low elbow. Some of the drills work the same to be able to get it up, but he needs to work really hard at getting all of the arm care done with the weighted balls and the bands and he needs to be really religious about it, because I think there's a lot of weakness in the shoulder based off of where that elbow is as he drives through. So that's going to help free his arm up to be able to drive harder with his body and rotate. Okay. Another one that would be good is his front glove. You can see his front glove go up and it goes straight down. So he's tucked. He's tucked, and a lot of people describe it in a different way. I don't like the tuck. What you're trying to do is increase the amount of really the leverage with your front glove into rotation, so it's going to bring that backside through. But if the arm goes straight down, there's no rotation happening. If anything, it's going up, and it's the opposite of rotation. So that front glove needs to be worked on, and it needs to get in the right slot. You can see your arm follows. When the arm is down, my front arm should be up, but right here it's already down. So it should be the same as the back arm. So, and you can see his glove ends up in front of him, and it should be ending up back behind him, which doesn't help his rotation. So front glove, high elbow. Let's look where his release point is. So his chest extension is really good, and I think his chest extension is good because he has to get this arm that's tucked completely out, and so it's hard for him to do that. How do I get my elbow to be equal? Well, I drive my chest. So you have to bring that chest through to be able to pop that arm out. Now, if he got this fixed, right now it's equal. It's looking better right here. Why? Because his chest is driving through. But if you got your arm through up into this shoulder, well, I need you to then you can actually throw with your body and less arm. So the chest extension is fabulous. I want to keep that, but while maintaining that elbow up a little bit, supported into the shoulder blade. So this is what we call arm fly out. The elbows, their elbow is right around here. And what I'd like to see happen is him not come outside of his elbow so much to go get it. Now the reason why he's coming out so much is because his elbow's so low. So there's a lot of issues that stem from that shoulder blade and that elbow being low. So that's going to be huge. Front glove, chest extension. Lower half looks great, but I think a lot of it's upper body. Once he builds that strength in his shoulder blades, I think that's going to help. So got to be religious about the bands and the balls, and you should see an increase in velocity. Command might go down for a little bit, but he's going to learn how to adjust as he gets better at it. So thanks for being a part of 212 Athlete. Just as a recap, power to the back leg, front leg extension is something that you can work on, but lower body is not a big issue. Low elbow, which is in turn a high elbow on line, front glove, stacking, not driving his chest so far down, and staying back here as much as you can in this position to be able to make sure that you are not rotation or are not shifting axis as much. So stacking could be an issue. And those are all words that you're going to find online on our website. Thanks so much.